I was an inpatient at hospital for most of 2019. I stayed at a couple of different hospitals, a private hospital, and then I was moved to Devon, an NHS hospital. Now, the NHS have got a system whereby if you feel that you've lost possessions or they've been damaged and you feel it's their fault and they reasonably uphold that, there's a system you can follow if you want to claim that money back. I'm going to walk you through a couple of emails and just show you how I did that. So here's an email that I sent through to Torbay and South Devon Foundation Trust. I was staying at a hospital called Torbay Hospital, which is in South Devon. I sent this one through on the 25th of January. It said, hello, during 2019 I was an inpatient at Haytor Ward, Torbay Hospital between August and October. I've previously been detained under Section 3 of the Mental Health Act at Signet Healthcare Hospital, Orchard Port and Taunton. Whilst admitted, I'd purchased nutritional supplements from Holland and Barrett, which had been reviewed by my doctor and prescribed on a PRM basis on my medication chart. The supplements were stored securely in the pharmacy and all other medicines dispensed by qualified staff when required. When I left Signet Hospital to on in the patient transport to travel to Haytor Ward, these supplements were listed with all my other possessions on my patient property inventory and verified and witnessed by Signet staff before being packed and moved into the minibus. However, when I arrived at Haytor with the supplements, namely L-arginine and taurine, were confiscated and destroyed. I didn't feel this was right, as they've been prescribed by my doctor and have been securely stored and dispensed since their date of purchase before being removed by staff and then transported. During my first week at Haytor Ward, I also purchased some vitamin C tablets from Lidl whilst on escorted leave. However, these were also retained and destroyed on the ward. Following the items having been destroyed, I expressed my feelings to ward manager Sarah Benning, who, after review of the situation, sympathised and agreed this may not have been the correct action to take and kindly offered to provide a refund for the cost of the supplements. I've attempted to contact Sarah Benning several times, but haven't been able to get hold of her. Staff have spoken to her on the phone, haven't been able to provide an email address, contacting Patient Advice Liaison Service in the hope the breakdown in communication can be remedied and the issues able to be resolved, and given my phone number and my email for Sarah Benning to contact me. It was interesting, and something that you have to make sure that you do is get the right NHS trust. These PALS services are relative to each NHS trust. Weirdly, when I was on this ward, which was at Torbay Hospital, Torbay and South Devon NHS Foundation Trust run the whole of Torbay Hospital, but the ward I was on, just so happens, is run by NHS Devon Partnership Trust, which is based in Exeter. I got an email back from Torbay and South Devon NHS Foundation Trust on the 27th of January. They said, thanks for your email dated the 25th. I'm sorry you found cause to raise concerns. Your concerns relate to Haytor Unit, which is run by Devon Partnership. So you need to contact DPT PALS. So that's Devon Partnership Trust PALS rather than Torbay and South Devon. So they've given me the email address and the phone number there. And I sent an email back just to say thanks. And yeah, my brother has an ex-girlfriend with the same name. Don't expect to reserve it. So I sent the same email, basically, that I'd sent before to Devon Partnership Trust PALS team. And I got this reply back. So thanks for your email. I'm sorry your property was destroyed and you were left out of pocket. In order to submit a claim to the trust, you need to complete a claim form, which I've attached. So they sent me through this form here. It was a bit of a pain filling it out. I actually did it on my phone. You can get various different apps you can download for free to fill out PDF forms if you don't have the convenience of being able to print it out and then write it down with pen and scan it and email it back, or walk down to the post office and do it. If you just get a PDF form like this, you can just download an application on your phone. There's a whole bunch of different ones that can do it, or if you're using Gmail as a desktop email client, then you can get applications that will fill out PDF forms for you on there. I did that and I sent it back. I actually we'll put all the receipts and stuff into a Google Drive folder at the time, because I thought that'd be kind of more convenient, just having cloud storage. So I had the receipts for the original items, I have my property inventory. It's always good if you're going to put in these kind of claims to put in as much information as you possibly can. So if you do have any consultations with NHS staff, the data protection allows you to record those. So I use the dictaphone feature on my phone to record the consultations that I had. That was when Sarah and I made an agreement. She said it's absolutely fine, it's fair enough. I appreciate they're not priceless, but they weren't free. They cost sort of, about 10 or 15 quid in total. So yeah, I included the receipt, the completed form and all that sort of stuff in a Google Drive folder, sent a link to them. What I meant to do was send them as attachments. So actually what I did is email back the next day and said that I was sorry that I put them in a cloud folder. Probably it'll be fine with the cloud folder. Most places can receive them, but if there's a small chance, your best bet, if you're going to put in any information, upload it to a free cloud drive, put a link in there and send it as attachments. Sometimes with clerical kind of office admin places, people have limits on their Gmail, on their email folders. Sometimes they can only have attachments up to 5 megabytes, sometimes it's 20 megabytes. If you want to be on the safe side, the best thing to do is to include them in a cloud folder, so they can just click on a link and they can get hold of those, and then also include them as attachments, which is what I intended to do, and that's what I've done here. So you can see this one is a Google Drive, and all the rest of them are the documents that I scanned in. Again, if you've got an Android smartphone or iOS, get the camera scanner applications. Any bits of paper, receipts, you want to put them into PDF files. If you need to manage them for any reason, it's a really, really useful thing to do. So I've put in a couple of audio recordings of the consultations there, put in the form, the original receipt. That was the property list to show that I'd left the other hospital and that they'd been prescribed. I've got my meds chart and some other stuff too, but this probably should be enough, hopefully, to be able to get that done. I've put in that claim and I'm waiting to hear back from them. I'll make an update video for that. But if you do need to claim anything from the NHS, just get in touch with your local PALS team. They'll send you one of these forms. Just fill out the form with all your details, and as long as it's valid, if you feel that there's a good reason why the NHS should pay for your possessions which have been damaged, lost, I don't know if they cover theft, I don't expect they do, but you know, if it's fair and reasonable, the staff are going to look at that and they're going to assess the details, and they're going to be able to make a decision based on what's right. So, I mean, I've just literally asked for £12.97. It's not, you know, a fortune, but it's worth doing because it's just one of those things. I'm sure if I went into the shop right now and went and stole £12 worth of goods from Holland and Barrett, I would be arrested. So yeah, they've done the right thing there. Anyway, I'll post an update video for that. But if anyone wants to claim money back from the NHS for anything at all, this is how you do it. And I will post hopefully the check that I get and all the rest of the details in another video. Take it easy.